Hello students, good morning. I, Dr. Gatin Kohli, welcome you for today's lecture. From today, we are going to start with our syllabus of Investment Analysis and Portfolio Management, TYBMS Semester 5. After our studies, we will go for higher studies and then we will start working. And when you work, you will get some money, and that money is called as a income. So income is nothing but what we earn, how we earn money, or in what ways we generate the income. That is salary. If you are working in an organization, you will get salary or wages. If you run a business, you will get profit. If you have some assets and you have let out, then you will get rent for that asset. If you have put your money in somewhere else, then you will get interest for that. The salary, wages, profit, rent, interest, these are the ways of income. These are the forms of income. Then when you earn income, what you do? You spend it. You spend for various purpose. So income spent is called as expenditure. For what purpose we spend money? That is for consumption. Your daily articles, rationing, mobile, TV, internet, electricity bills. If you run business, then business expenses like paying salaries, repayments, purchasing raw materials, etc. If you own assets, then repairs and maintenance of assets. So there are various ways where we put our money, where we put our income, and that spending is called as expenditure. Now, it will not happen that whatever you earn, 100% amount you spend. Sometime there is some remainder, some residual part of that income, and that residual part of income is called as savings. Now, savings may be that money you have kept in your pocket. It may be the money which you have kept in your cupboard. Some people keep it in piggy banks. So cash in hand, cash kept in the cupboard, and piggy bank, all those things are savings. But if you keep this cash or savings idle, it will not generate any kind of income. For example, if you have 10,000 and you keep that 10,000 for 10 years in your cupboard, does it going to grow by rupee 1? No. After 10 years, it will be 10,000 only. It will not add a single rupee into the total. So, generally, what we do with the savings, the one word which comes in our mind is that investment. Now, the question is, what is investment? What do we mean by investment? Investment is not a new term for you. All of us use this term in our daily routine. We generally use the word investment. We read it in the newspaper, we listen in the news, even though in our family, in our friends, this word is very commonly used by us. Now, investment is the employment or application of funds on asset with the aim of earning income or capital appreciation. Whatever funds you have, that funds, when you put into an asset, that putting into asset means employing or applying that fund. So employment or application of funds with you, and you put it into asset with the aim or with the objective that you will get something, you will earn something, that with the objective of earning income or capital appreciation. So it is application of fund into asset with the objective that in future you will earn something from that asset, or at least the value of your asset will increase. This is basic meaning of the investment. Now next is whenever you go for investment, it's a commitment of a fund made in the expectation of some positive return. See, whenever we put money into any kind of asset, we keep in mind that we expect that something positive return will be there, something additional we will get on this asset, on this investment in future. Therefore, it's a commitment of funds made in expectation of some positive return. Now, generally, investment has the two types. First is economic investment, and second one is financial investment. So, first we will see about economic investment. Economic investment means what? When funds are invested for acquisition of physical assets like building, equipment, etc. When you put your money into physical assets like building equipment, this type of investment is called as economic investment because you have invested in a physical asset. It's an investment that contributes net addition to the capital stock of a society. Whenever you purchase any kind of physical asset, whenever you construct any kind of physical asset, it creates addition into the capital stock of a society. Now, you might have question in your mind that what is capital stock? Capital stock means goods and services used for production of other goods and services. These are the goods which are used for production of commodities. So whenever we invest into physical assets, we increase the capital stock of a society, ultimately capital stock of a country. Next is financial investment. What is the meaning of financial investment? Financial investment means when funds are invested for the acquisition of financial assets, that is shares, debentures, mutual funds, etc. Whenever we invest our money or we put our money into financial assets like shares, debentures, mutual funds, it is called as financial investment. It's an investment made to derive future income such as interest, dividend, premiums, etc. See, if you put money into physical assets, you will get the value of that assets increase in the future. But whenever we put money into financial investment, we earn income such as interest, dividend, or premium. For example, if you invest into shares, you will get dividend. If you invest into debentures, you will get interest. If you invest into mutual fund, you will get premium. So depending upon the type of investment you prefer, you will get income on that. So such investment generates financial assets. Now we will see what are the elements of investment. Whenever we go for investment, what are the basic elements? We can say what basic features, characteristics of an investment. First is return. What is return? Return is earnings of the investment. See, whenever we go for any kind of investment, first of all, we think about the return on that investment. What we are going to get from this investment. So return may be received in the form of annual income as well as capital gain or loss. See, return means what? If you have put 100 rupees in a share, what amount of fund that investment is going to give you? What amount of additional fund that investment is going to generate? That is called as return. So return may be received annually. If you have shares, then you will receive dividend at the end of the year. If you have invested into debentures, you will get at the end of year. Or if you are invested in some kind of other investments, so capital gain, the value of share will go up. That in meanwhile, whenever market goes up, the value of shares goes up, and actual value you invested and the value of the share currently or presently in the market may be different. So capital gain or capital loss. So return is the amount that is generated through the investment. So primarily, whenever we go for any kind of investment, we first think about the return on that investment. Some investments give you high return, some investments give you low return, some investment gives you stable return. So risk. The second element is risk. Risk is a probability of actual return getting less than expected return. If you have expected 10% return, the probability of getting less than 10% is the risk. So it may be related to the loss of capital, loss of dividend, loss of interest, delay in repayment. Risk is what? Risk is possibility of getting capital loss, possibility of losing dividend, getting less interest, delay in repayment, etc. So possibility or probability of getting less return than expected return. Risk and return on investment are related to each other. Risk and return has a relationship between each other. If you want high returns, then definitely the risk will be high.
Every person who invests expects return of his or her amount at the time of maturity. Safety deals with the certainty of return of capital without loss of money. Investment in government security is more safe as compared to private sector.
Next element is liquidity. Liquidity means marketability of investment. Any investment is there, and if you are thinking about converting that investment into cash, that feature is called as liquidity of that investment. See, liquidity means marketability of investment. Liquidity means to get back your money when you need it. Its ability of investment to the to be converted cash by sale of transfer of investment. If you have invested your amount, then definitely we think about whenever I need money, it must be convertible into cash. I have invested into share, I will go in the market, I will sell it, and I will get back money whenever I want. So invest whenever we think about liquidity, it means converting your assets into cash, and that is getting back money whenever you need. Investment should help you in your needs. Therefore, liquidity is one of the most important aspects of the investment. Then next point is tax benefit. See, some investors desire to get tax exemption from the investment. Many people, whenever they do investment, they look into the matter of tax benefit. So some investments offer tax exemptions while some do not. You may get tax exemptions for certain kind of investments, and there is no tax exemptions for some investments. Investment can offer tax benefit at the time of initial payment or on returning or on return generated. Means what? If you invest into any scheme, you will get tax benefit when you invest, or you will get tax benefit at the time of maturity. You will not get benefit at both the time. So generally, investment can offer tax benefit at the time of initial payment or on return generated. But it is an important matter. Many people who invest, they think about the tax benefit of that investment. Then duration. Duration means time period. It means how long investment will take to generate healthy rate of return on it. On any investment, people will see that how long it will take to generate healthy return on it. If we have invested today and for 5 years, there is no return on it, because we may not accept that kind of investment. Everybody has different perspective about the returns, but it is a time period that is needed to generate the healthy rate of return. The word healthy is important. You may get return, but healthy return, sometimes you have to wait for healthy return. So the time period, investment horizon should match with the duration to generate healthy returns. The horizon of investment, that is investment horizon, means period for which investment is held in portfolio before selling. Investment horizon should match with the time period required to generate healthy returns. Means if you're going to hold investment for 5 years, then the duration of the duration for generating healthy returns should match with that 5 years. So if you are holding investment for 5 years and it is not generating healthy returns into that 5 years, then there is no, people may avoid to invest into that investment. So duration of investment or duration of generating healthy returns should be an important element before selecting an investment option. So these are the various things or various elements that investor always look into before investing in any kind of scheme.
Thank you, students. Thank you for listening patiently. We will meet in the next lecture. By the time, stay home, stay safe. Thank you once again.